Hey good young souls, welcome back to another video. In today's Jawn, we are playing Family Life Simulation, also known as Family Life Simulator, and there's something really beautiful behind that because, yeah, Family Life Simulator, really just a beautiful Jawn, and if you take a look at all these Jawns, there's a, why? Yeah, and this is really just a beautiful Jawn. Taking a look at this good Jawn activity, and we're gonna play. If you saw Rich's video, he played as a woman to support Women's History Month and just show that he is. And I'm really proud of him because he showed that. And this is really brave, by the way, to say this, but he came out and told everybody that he's a woman in a man's body, which is really brave of him to say because it's not very easy to come out like that. And I'm very proud of Rich, and to support him, I'm also going to play as a woman. So let's just get right into this, Jawn. And alrighty, we're starting off with the Hall family here, and if we take a look, we have Unattractive Presley, University Public Ivy Major Civil Engineering Job Receptionist, Happiness 60, Health 41, Charm 21, IQ 75. Unattractive Presley, so yeah, she's not very charming, and I mean, she's unattractive, and that's hard, but let's see what we got going on here. Presley rescued Joseph during an adventure. So, at this point in the juncture, can we get a little review of this, Jawn? Alright. He's knowledgeable Joseph, and there's something really beautiful about him, and you know, if you take a look at him, he looks quite smart, and he's really just a beautiful old soul. Like, if you've ever seen Old Yeller before, with the old dog Jawn, this is knowledgeable Joseph, because the old dog is, you know, he's lived out his life to basically the fullest. He's nearing the age of passing, which that's really beautiful because it's showing that he experienced life to the fullest and is now ready to move on. And that's knowledgeable Joseph right here. He's an old dog, old soul, and there's beauty behind this. And he also makes $200. And the name of the game in the Hall family is definitely making money and having children so we can make even more money, which I don't think that's slavery whatsoever. That's just called we want to set our kids up for the future. So we're gonna share adventure experience, and I'm gonna spend $886 for this, Jawn. I'm sorry. We're gonna have this live streamed, and yeah, so Presley and Joseph get married. That's really tough, and I like the emojis. Those are beautiful. So now we're making $400 per second, and now, yeah, we're having a kid. Come on. It's 100% chance we're gonna, you know, get a little beautiful Jawn right here. We just gave birth, and this is another reason why we should always respect women, first of all, because women give birth to babies. None of us would be alive if it isn't for women and God, and that's beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And as a man, I'm really jealous that I can't give birth. But I will tell you this much, being the great young experimental scientist Jawn that I am, I will find a way I'm gonna find a way where men can get pregnant. So don't worry guys, I'm gonna be working on that in a future video. We're gonna get to the bottom of how men can get pregnant. And I think that's beautiful. And we gotta give, I don't even know what, Adele Wade, and we're definitely gonna change her name. Let's see, yeah, and at this juncture in time, we're gonna go Lucy because, you know, it reminds me of Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale's a really tough Jawn, and, you know, there's something beautiful about that. I'm not gonna go too much into depth about that, but, I mean, in the Land of Fury, it's just beautiful. You know, you have Lucy Hartfilia. She's a really nice young soul to Natsu Dragnail, and it's beautiful. I was just watching Fairy Tale today, actually, so this is gonna, anybody who has the name Lucy, I gotta pick them. I like the emojis, they're really beautiful. We actually have 5 heart points as well, so let's see what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're just gonna actually get the $100,000, and the mysterious rich man helped us, and we're already talking about Rich. And see, this is why Rich is the GOAT, because we got $100,000 because Rich is just such a good young soul. And this is really going back to the whole entire story of why Rich is the GOAT. He's out here just helping women, which is extremely beautiful, and that shows that he is an avid supporter of Women's History Month and the Women's Community Literature Club, which, if you want to join the Women's Community Literature Club, I'm actually one of the founding members, because much like Rich, I'm a woman trapped in a man's body. So, just wanted to point that out. But now we have 100,000 Johns, and let's get excited up in this jawn. So not too much active stuff happening, so we're gonna get really crazy and naughty up in here, and we're gonna buy some plots, because the name of the game is to own everything, like Monopoly jawn, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna purchase the small gem, because the small gem is owned by the cunning fox, which is great. And yeah, we're gonna keep this jawn. I think we're gonna hold on to the money for now at this particular juncture in time, but we'll see. We're letting her do this jawn on her own. And hey, everybody is happy now. Every jawn is happy, because that's just how it works. And Lucy really is showing that she's goated, but why is she making you lose $53? I'm actually really upset by this. They want to have another baby. I'm all for it. We're gonna do it. Only 15 Johns to have another little John, a small little John just dropped. And I don't know if you knew this, but babies give shout outs to Tots and Storks and Pip Penguin and Freddy Flamingo, because they be out here delivering these Johns for us from the sky. Women give the babies to Tots, and Tots deliver the babies, and God make sure that all works out, and that's beautiful. And Reginald's dead, and Reginald, at first that sounds like a Pokemon, so we're definitely going to need to change that. Willie could be a good name, but I think that's a little bit too simple. We're going to play around a little bit. I think we're going to go Freddy, because this really reminds me of a FNAF jawn, and I could see, our baby turning into an animatronic, which, that might sound dark, but it's actually really welcoming and beautiful. And once again, we got another little young jawn who's making me lose $65. Lucy is sneaking into the kitchen, so we're gonna teach her to cook. And she spit in the dishes, and now everybody is not happy about that at all. And this is where it really starts to set in that Lucy is being a naughty jawn, and she's gonna have to be punished by being spanked. And I know that sounds a little harsh, but it has to happen. And we're gonna purchase a small diner because we don't have anybody actually, and that's a problem. So we're actually kind of losing money right now. Let's hire some Johns. We're gonna hire some people to be our goats for us, and there we go. Beautiful. Now we got a couple Johns working for us. We don't want to be too fast and dangerous with our money. Also, I think I'm going to kick Presley off this jawn, because she's not fit for this at all. So we need to run this with some actual good people who can actually help us out. We're making money here. We're not playing around. Presley, you're just here to give birth to the children. And, I know this really sounds not very good. It sounds like I'm just kind of being a manipulative jawn, but no, there's a whole entire plan behind this. I'm just setting up for the future, and Griffith said he will achieve his dream, and I'm gonna achieve my dream of one day eventually purchasing every single plot here in the family life town. And I think, honestly, they definitely all live in Chillinaughtyville. Chillinaughtyville is a really beautiful place with lots of luxurious places to buy, but you need a lot of cash. This jawn don't come free. You could be sleeping right there. You could be sleeping right here, bro. in the water park, John. In the fountain. Because a fountain's a water park. And that's just how it works. And these children are still hurting my income. Wait, hold on. Shoot, that's like less money though. Shoot, that might be good actually. We're gonna take an event planner. Yeah. Alright, now we're making a really good amount of money. Playing poop. Wait, that's beautiful. That's actually really beautiful. Freddy enjoys playing with his own poop. We're gonna join in. No. I mean, well, I don't really know what's going on. Well, at least he's happy. And this really goes to show how much of a cunning fox Freddy is. Because, actually, more of like, he's a benevolent bear. And that's a Five Nights at Freddy's John reference. Because Freddy Fazbear is a bear. And this is not Freddy Hall, this is Freddy Fazbear and the Hall family. And I know everybody else isn't really happy about this. But playing with poop's actually really good for you because it teaches you how to work with your hands, and that's incredible. Also, first of all, Knowledgeable with Joseph is absolutely locked in making $500 a second, so thanks to this, John. Let's ask him. The Joseph is just running at night. And, you know, that really goes to show in life that divorce doesn't always have to be something that happens. Instead, you just gotta really understand your partner, and there's morality behind that. And we can thank Mr. Castagway for teaching us that, which is really beautiful. And can we just talk about how tough the music in this game is? So Presley's she's feeling really overworked. So let's find her a couple ways to relax. And she's doing good now. She's a happy little John. She just gave us a little heart emoji kiss, John. That's beautiful. Let's start upgrading our Johns a little bit. We're gonna get a level 2 gym. And we actually can throw Presley in there because she's pretty good for this. So now we're making some pretty beautiful stuff off of that. Tired. Let's do this. We're gonna get a couple people in. And I think we're gonna need to hold on to our money a little bit for now, so let's definitely do this. And, alright, we're gonna head back over to here. Because the name of the game is coming. Joseph feels dissatisfied with his body shape. So let's make him a gym rat. And that's beautiful, because he's gonna be the next Eddie Hall. Or, you know, if he doesn't... So this is... Wow. This really just threw a wrench in my plans. I was not expecting this. Yeah, this is... I'm not even in this, John, but I'm unexpectedly pregnant. No, that didn't come out right. I didn't expect her to be pregnant. So, and also she's now happy. She's no longer unattractive, which really just goes to show that when you come together as a community, as the Hall family, and play with poop, it's just beautiful. So we're going to spend $12, and she's really happy. And now we have another little kid who is draining my money a little bit, but that's okay, because we're going to raise him to be something really beautiful. And he's going to be a great player in this league. And I think we're going to... Let's play around with the names a little bit. We're going to name him Jesse after Jesse Pinkman, because, you know, we're going to grow him to be a drug dealer, and that's beautiful. You can travel to your home. Because right now we gotta save our Johns. So, I don't think this necessarily matters in the beginning. I've been playing a little bit of Family Life. We're gonna send her to public school because that's the cheapest John, and also, you know, something's really beautiful about public school, you know? And the beauty behind all that is, it doesn't matter where you go, as long as you make the most out of it, then you're fine. And while we're on the topic of this, let's go ahead and purchase let's get a diner John in here. We're gonna hire some people from the community, which is really beautiful that we got people from the community who are willing to help us out all the time. And dang, these Johns are making us some money, so we're gonna invest a little bit, because Mr. Peak taught me this in real estate, and now we are making tons of money off that John. And you know what, while we're at it, I know I just spent a ton of money, but I think it's worth it, because now we're really starting to break into big business, and this is gonna be just crazy awesome. Show Joseph loses the boss by ignoring. No, we have to. Alright, good. So they love each other more. We cannot lose Joseph. He is our greatest asset right now in this league. We really need his salary. We're training Freddy. He's gonna be a tough John, and he's really gonna make a great cameo in the league one day. Now he looks like a completely different person. And that's because he's tough. And alright, we're gonna keep upgrading this a little bit more. We really gotta get into that zone a little bit. And alright, we're gonna let them have another child. But alright. So let's pick. We need to find a good name for him. I don't think this is a girl name, I don't think this is a boy name, but we will name him Sydney. Alright, we've kind of got issues at this particular stage in the game. The house is small. Oh wait, we're just gonna upgrade this John actually, so that's fine. Yeah, alright, we're chilling. We upgraded the house, so we're fine. No, we're good at this stage of the game, never mind. We're chilling. We're gonna save our money and let that John build up. I'm gonna let him play with Poop again, because playing with Poop is beautiful. And, you know, he's following the footsteps of his older brother, Freddy, which is really beautiful, because playing with Poop is good for you. And it's really healthy, and it was actually shown that in 2025, that 1 million more U.S. citizens are happy every year when they play with their poop. So we're gonna play with it. We're gonna have fun with that, John. And we're gonna let him do that Martin Luther King speech because he's a GOAT. Yeah, and exactly. This is because Freddy is the GOAT. He had a dream. He has a dream speech. And that's beautiful, that he's carrying out Martin Luther King's GOAT legacy. Actually, what's very funny about this, while we talk about this, Max Brown tried to ruin Martin Luther King Day by using it for his own selfish schemes. So we're gonna tell her to be creative. And there we go, that's beautiful for Lucy. She's locked in, because she's the GOAT. And yeah, Max tried to ruin Martin Luther King Day, but he can't do it. He cannot end Martin Luther King Day because there's so many people who love Martin Luther King. I love Martin Luther King. Freddy loves Martin Luther King. So yeah, Max, you're cooked. Stop trying. You're not ruining Martin Luther King Day by pushing your fake crypto scams. We're not falling for that, John. And we don't even gotta, you know, even dig into it that much anymore. We're just not falling for that, John, like you want us to. So at this particular stage of the game, we could go ahead and upgrade a couple more Johns. We can't upgrade this John yet though, but I think this is a really beautiful time to start doing the restaurant John upgrades because we're just hiring so many great workers, and this is showing that our business is growing big. And we're gonna practice more. And yeah, he's gonna enjoy that. And this is beautiful. Really beautiful. We're gonna send handsome Jesse to public school. So he's handsome, by the way. And I can confirm that. He really is quite the handsome John. He looks the same exact as his brother over here, Happy Freddy, and this is set in 2029, by the way, so I just want to let all of you know, family life is not this is not a made-up fiction, like non-fiction, wait. This is a John that is actually real, like this is not made up. All this stuff will happen in 2029. So I just want to let all of you know that. But yeah, they're both the same people. And ooh, let's look at this. Sydney accidentally broke the neighbor's window while playing baseball with friends. Dang, and that's really a bad John move right there. And we're gonna apologize to the neighbors. And they just charged us $288. So the neighbors are obviously ops. And we're gonna remember that, because in a couple of years, when we're swimming in money and they're begging for scraps, they're gonna wish that they did not do that to us. I'm gonna remember that, John, for the rest of my life now. That's okay. I'll see them at the top. So, anyways, at this juncture, we're doing really good. And we're gonna get Lucy to work out more. And she's a naive John, but that's tough. Now, we're gonna do this at this particular stage of the game because there's a secret to all these tricks. I picked up on a little bit of thing. We're gonna save up money and we're gonna send them to college once it's 18. We're gonna send them to like an Ivy League school once they're like 18. And we just got $4,000, which is beautiful. I'm out here really locked in because I have a plan. We're gonna praise Jesse more. He's lacking self-confidence, but he's beautiful. And I think as a man, that's completely okay to say. And we're gonna send all of these Johns to the same school because they all deserve it. And Freddy's getting a little bit freaky over there with that emoji. Hypertension. We could wish for a miracle. I think, or we could ignore it. You know, it's never bad to run away from your problems. But just for the sake of this, John, we're gonna consult with a doctor because we have to make sure that Presley stays on her A game right now because she is contributing to the family and she's a woman as well. We can't have women dying on us. And her giving birth to all these children is going to really help us out a lot. So we're going to keep on our A game right there. And we're really out here in this league making big investments, which is really beautiful. So we take a look at this, John. Combined medium gym. Let's invest. We gotta do this. We're gonna hire some great people because, and look at it. Look at how this gym is nearly ran by all women. That is beautiful. The owner is a woman, showing that women are really the goats of everything, and that's awesome. I love women, dude. Freaking love women, dude. Dang it. When women bring to the table, so I wish I was a woman, dude. I'm so actually jealous. So yeah, we're gonna ask the teachers for assistance, and Freddy is a locked-in John. He's really smart, and he's gonna go somewhere big one day. He's got big dreams, and you know that's beautiful. And we're gonna ask the teacher for help, and asking the teacher for help is not bad at all because you can see that it's really helping all these good Johns out. We're gonna do this. I can't be paying for that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I can't be paying for all that. That's too much money right now for me, but okay. We're gonna have a deep talk, and that's gonna make her happy. We want her to stay a happy John because she's the provider. She's one of the many key factors in this league. So we're going to really need her to stay around. We're going to now invest in the gym more. And we're making it in this world now. At this particular stage of the game. But we really need another child to be born. And we're going to let Sydney participate so he can have, you know, fun. Because he's only 8. And, you know, let him have fun now because one day he's about to be working his jawn off so we can make lots of money. And, yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter. Once they hit college, we're going to be locked in. So for these next couple of years, we're going to be saving our Johns. So this is definitely, we're going to take a week off just so, even though we're going to lose some money, it's alright because Everybody needs a week off after, going through a big natural disaster in Chillinaughtyville. We're gonna call the police. Because, the cops are great jobs, and that's beautiful that they helped us out there like good young souls that they are. And cops like donuts, and donuts are Homer Simpson, and Homer Simpson's a good job. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like the third time that they've thought about ending their relationship, even though they have 4 children, and they're almost like both 50 years old. But we're going to talk more with Joseph, because they're really going through those marriage crises, and we're not going to let them break up with each other. We're going to keep them together because they're the foundation that we need. We're just going to confront the classmate, and yikes, Sydney was not by confront. I didn't think he was going to start shouting and yelling, and that's kind of an issue, Sydney, but that's okay. He's happy and he's laughing at it. He finds middle school to be funny. I'm glad that he thinks life is a joke. We're gonna let him take a day off. Yes! Yes! Let's go, dude. Beautiful. We're gonna ask the teachers for help, because there's never anything wrong with asking the teachers for help, and that's beautiful. So, yeah, and we got beauty going on here. Alright, I send her to an Ivy League jawn. We're going to send her to an Ivy League jawn, and we're putting her in the medical field. Alright, so she really better work her butt off here, because we just put her in an Ivy League school. We're getting them to work out more, since that worked out for Lucy, so yeah, we're gonna do that, and dang, we are really getting crazy here. We're gonna punish Joseph. We're gonna punish a 46-year-old man, which sounds really naughty, but also really tough. Dang. Alright, this is gonna be an investment. We're gonna send him to an Ivy League as well. We're gonna send him to do chemistry, even though that's what I want Jesse to do. So this can be a lure accurate, John, but that's okay. We're going to apologize to the neighbor. And, we're really humble, but that's why we're so successful. And I think we can learn something from that. Try to be creative, John. You got it in you. You're a creative little jit with big butterfly wings. You can do this. We're going to send this John to a public high school, and he's going to really enjoy himself. And there we go. This is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. Beers, more beers. So yeah, I really would pick this John if, we weren't locked in. But right now, we're gonna not pick that just because we can't. I invested too much money into this girl to have her fail me. And yeah, we're gonna ask of this so that way we can get more investors, because we need these Johns. Shoot. Let's just buy a generator, honestly. We need to be doing some investments at this particular stage in the game. Yes. We're bringing this John on. You know what? We're kind of rich. Let's indulge a little bit. Alright. We're gonna send him to an Ivy League school as well. We're gonna make him do economics, because we're really trying to get a blast off here. Adjust the lights and get ready to work, because I put $100,000 into you for your whole life. And yeah, I'm really proud that they're having a baby, but when are you getting a job? That's the real truth. Johnny's dad. Let's see. Yeah, we'll name the boy Stacy, because that's really tough. When is she getting a job, actually? I want to know, because I'm really interested in that. Oh my goodness, dude. Are we being serious? Just the mindset and get ready to work. Oh my goodness, everybody's leaving. Yo. Whoa. Okay. We got issues. So, we need to get in this junk quick. We're gonna let Lucy work here, because we need somebody who can actually start making us some money. And Lucy might be the perfect plan for this. And dang, we lost some really good people, so we're gonna put Walter in, and we're gonna put Freddy in, because all these Johns need some work, so we're gonna do that. We're back on Boss Hog status. And everybody in the family is starting to pull their own weight for the most part, which is really beautiful. Yeah, let's chat about favorite stars. We're gonna do this because we need to kind of save them some money a little bit, but we're really getting rich in this particular stage of the juncture. This is going to be problems. Oh my goodness, weak Sydney. I mean, at this John, dude, I think we're gonna send you to State University. You can get an art and design job. I feel like that works good enough for him. So we need to do something quick here. We're gonna throw Sydney into that John. And no help. Okay, so they came across a bear, which is beautiful. Alright, we're getting locked in on this, John, bro. We got some people out here working for us. That's beautiful. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so a new house might be helpful, so we're going to do that real quick. That's going to be kind of important, I can say. Yes, here we go. Time for lots of children to all come in to play. And this is the first step of the juncture, dude. And we're going to name... Yeah, we're going to name the baby Lucy again, so now we'll have two of them. Now we got two Lucys, and this is beautiful. But we still gotta get locked in on Boss Hog status. We're gonna explain to him why that's wrong. Come on, dude. You know, you can celebrate. You can celebrate. Hey, bro, why are all these people leaving? Yo! Aw, shoot. Definitely in a problem right now. We're booked into this situation, dude. But that's okay, because we're about to get a ton of people right back in. Alright. And we're back up. We're back up and running. That's beautiful. And that's the name of the game out here. We're gonna buy this fast food job and make this work. Let's throw some of these Johns in. Alright, good. And now our investments are starting to pay off, dude. Is this girl a clown? What is this? Let's date Nora. And let's get married to her. Also, what is going on with this girl? Why is... She's just completely white. And there's nothing wrong with that, but, that's awesome. Also, she's 9 years older than... Is this guy getting groomed? Yikes. Well, Nora's almost like 10 years older, so I don't know if she's grooming him or not. But, that's fine, I guess. Oh, I should have named it Skylar. We're gonna... Hey, Ferger. And we're gonna name the baby not any of these, but who do? Yeah, Scarlet. That's a tough John. And we're gonna send Stacy here to public elementary, and playing with poop is always a good thing. So we're gonna let that happen, of course. And this really just goes to show that playing with poop is something that everybody can do. Men, women, it doesn't matter what gender you are, you can play with poop. This is family life, and it's really beautiful. Finally, they're having a child, so this is gonna go really good. Oh my goodness, it's all coming into place. All is coming into place, dude. You being born just helped me out. We're gonna name it Chris Scudder. So, there we go. The faces. Oh, shoot. 4 million Johns. Freak. Freak, dude. I need 5 Johns. Alright. We gotta lock in for some upgrades. The gym can't be upgraded right now. We can invest in this one, the theme restaurant, so let's just get straight into this, and no, we're actually throwing Nora out of this, because even if she fits for this, bro, she's not the right John for this, at this juncture. Alright. We're chilling right now. I would like to say I'm a little bit interested, though, in what our next move will be, but that's okay. We're slowly figuring it out. What we want to make our next move to be. Kings lock in and wait for the perfect opportunity, like the small grasshopper and the cunning fox. You're gonna lock in and get ready to work. Oh, so that's why he didn't even have a job, because, and yikes, Nora is not doing a thing. So what happened to being a game designer? We're just gonna leave it alone. Yikes, that's his fault. Honestly, that's not mine. That's his fault. Shoot. Alright, so we got a little bit of an issue here, and we're gonna have to put something in the theme restaurant. We're gonna send Nora there because she's not really doing anything, so... Whoa. Hold on. Shoot. We're really in a bad spot. Alright, fine. We'll do this for now. I mean, at least we got people who are making some solid money. Yeah, we're gonna accept that job. Because, you know, he's really just a great John. Now we actually got some people making some... We're gonna do that, and there we go, talk. Shoot, bro, come on! Come on, man! Okay, bro. On the John's body. I think there's something really beautiful about that, because being a king in the John's body just shows the perfect balance between getting absolutely, like, feeling yourself, but also having a lot of fun at the same time of doing it. And that just goes back to the story of how the big birded, the big birded parakeet, yeah, and that's great, because, you know, big birded parakeet has Polly want a cracker, and, you know, if Polly wants a cracker like Mr. Farrington said, then Polly obviously wants a cracker, and you don't play with Polly, because you know why? Polly's the goat. And that's beautiful poetry, and that's one of the many things of, like, you could talk like that if you were in women's literature club. And women's literature club is so just beautiful, and I really love women's literature. Like, no joke, I'm falling in love with women's literature. But I think there's definitely a lot of danger in women's literature as well. Just literature in general, because sometimes the wrong message could be conveyed. And that's okay, because women's literature is something that isn't for everybody, but can be for everybody. It's more of like, you want it. You have to want it. You have to want women's literature. Like, it's not easy. And that's why I love everybody who's in women's literature. Yeah, and it's just really nice and beautiful. So, anyways, where do we go from here in family life? Because obviously this jawn is getting really great, but also extremely dangerous. So there could be interesting things to find in here. And, well, I think what we do is, this might actually be, I think this is the perfect way to end it. Because right now, when you think about it, the family life is in a little bit of a rock and a hard jawn, and that's okay, because we're gonna find new ways. We're gonna hire some good jawns to get back up in here, and this is definitely a learning experience. Yeah, but anyways, extremely beautiful episode for part 2 of family life with, talking jawns this time, and that's beautiful, like talking Tom. But I gotta skedaddle and get out of here, because there's gonna be some crazy stuff that happens if I don't. So I'm gonna catch y'all peeps in the next family life video. Peace out.